All right. Merry Christmas. Who are you this week? I don't know what to call you. Every week I keep saying Tyler, and you're like, that's not me. So I need to know who
No,
to call you.
so a lot of people used to call me El Generico in my
Okay.
previous
Yeah.
job, but now
Yeah.
I'm mainly known as Sami Zayn.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right, Sammy. Nice to meet you. We got a good one. We did so we kind of screwed people over last week. We were like, hey, we're gonna do a super short show, and then we probably did our longest show we've ever done. So, I don't,
2 hours
I
and eight
don't.
minutes.
It was a very long show, and I looked on right before this because I like to see what number show we're on. I never remember week to week, but so I went to Spotify and looked, and I see we got some decent views on a 2 hour show. That's crazy. So, and I am not in any way, shape, or form suggesting that we continue to do that on a regular basis, but
No, no.
uh, but
Cassie was
for
pissed
two
at me. You said
for
it was going
two
to be short.
for yeah, I got a little chewed out too. For two guys who were sick. We definitely put in some work on that show last week. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Right.
what do you got this week? Who are you wearing? Who are you wearing? Is that El Generico this week?
El Generico, Lucha Libre.
All right, all right.
All
I just got
right.
my
You got,
NWO, normal stuff.
you got a beer?
Not really, because I'm a punk. I got a Truly, but it'll work.
I've never had one of those either. I don't know what they taste like.
Uh, you're not
Is it a
missing. You're all
seltzer?
right. It's a seltzer, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But they're like zero sugar, so they're good for me, or better for
Yeah.
me than beer.
Got all your vitamins. All right. Let's crack a cold one and we'll get
Yes, sir.
into the news and rumors.
I got my Sam Adams too, by the way. I do have my beer. I just can't crack this
Okay, here we go. Fightful Select say that Raw talent were all confused regarding the Stephanie Vacure situation and why the contract signing segment was changed at the last minute. She's still on for the match, but confusion reigns backstage, and they're talking about the Stephanie Vacure versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship,
one. Yeah,
the vacant Women's World Championship. And then
yeah.
I don't know why I do this. All my notes are always out of order, and they have numbers next to them.
Well, while you're looking for it, I mean, I find it a little crazy and chaotic, and I think we'll talk about it as we go, about this chaotic booking that WWE has right now. Like, it's so it's wild that your women's champion, you don't have one. Like, they're uncrowned. You're doing this big Wrestlepalooza thing. There's no like build up. Like, I know there's build up, but it just seems like they're just throwing shit at the wall, and they're just like, here's Braun, and they're gonna do like the Saturday night main events. They're trying to make those quarterly. Either you throw in
Yep.
something like that. I just feel like every week we're having this generational PLE, and it's not working for me, man. I'm struggling with it. So, and this is
Yeah,
probably one of the
I
biggest
agree.
casualties of it is this match. Yeah.
Um, you're gonna like this then. Meltzer was told by WWE that Stephanie Vacure missed the contract signing on Raw due to a minor injury, but now she's cleared. However, F4W Online's Brian Alvarez was told the exact opposite. She has no injury. Vacure addressed the issue herself by telling Adrian Hernandez she's good to go for Raw and there are no injuries. So Meltzer got called out by his own buddy.
I was gonna say, I feel like if there was ever a Shrek, I mean, I know there is one, but if there's like a Shrek musical on Broadway, like Meltzer would be the head of the donkey, and Brian Alvarez would be the ass of the donkey. So the fact that they're getting different messages is wild to me. Like you're literally in the same donkey. Like, what are you guys doing? How are you getting different things? That's weird.
Um, PW Insider says that as of right now, WrestlePalooza will only be streaming on the ESPN app and will be archived for viewing after the stream is over. Now, this is one that I wanted to ask you because I'm getting a VPN this week. Does
Yeah,
that mean that even with a VPN, I still would need the ESPN app to watch it, or is it going to be on Netflix in Europe?
it's. I guess I don't know. We would have to look that up. But I mean, it's from the way they're wording it. Unless they said in America, it sounds like you need the ESPN app. I mean, because that's international. That app is. I'm pretty sure. So I can't imagine that they're gonna allow. They're really fighting. They're doubling down on this. This is crazy, actually. Like I know there's something we discussed, and we've both been on Twitter, and now that I've got mine, I've been all over that thing, man. I'm starting to have a good time on Twitter again
Yeah.
because now that I'm off
If
of
you
my
use
like,
it the right way, it's fun.
now that I'm off my personal one and I have all that BS is gone. Not, I mean, I still have that personal one, but it's all filled of like crap, like sports and politics and just it's full of crap. But this one, I have made a very strict point of only following wrestling content and wrestling creators, and if I see anything else, I like block it like
Yeah,
immediately.
me too.
So it has been a really good time. So I'm at Kayfabe Adam now, just like Tyler's at Kayfabe Tyler. And I know we both have kind of interacted with some of the same posts recently. So I know we'll get to it, but yeah, I'm not they're doubling down on this and it's not right. It's not good. I think they are, I don't think there will be some max exodus to AEW or anything like that. Cause if you haven't gone now, you're not going to go. But I think that, I posted that the only way to hit these guys, the only way to make TKO listen to the fan base is not online. It's not going to be this roar of anger. It's not going to even be the crowds. You got to hit them in their pocket. If you're paying money to yell at them, that's a win to them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you want to beat TKO, you stop buying tickets to shows. They start having half filled stadiums. They have to block shit off, and they have to look like some of these AEW stadiums. And now they have to like combat that. You stop tuning in on Mondays and Fridays, then they'll listen. But they're not going to listen until then, and they're going to keep doing this shit. And
Yep.
it's rough, man. I'm not a fan.
No, me either. Fightful reported that WWE wants to establish the Wrestlepalooza brand to create additional marquee events they can spread out on their international schedule and can change more sites or can charge more site fees from host cities. And right on cue this week at a Goldman Sachs conference, TKO COO Mark Shapiro said they hope to make WrestlePalooza an annual recurring franchise and another WrestleMania or SummerSlam. So they're trying to
Yeah.
make this number five out of the big four.
Well, and I think they're disrespecting the other two, even with this. They're trying to make this three. Like they want this
Yeah.
to be. My guess is they're going to want this to be like a mid-year thing. You have your, well, I guess maybe at the end of the year thing. They may want this to be like kind of a in between SummerSlam and WrestleMania, where and before probably Royal Rumble. Um, I don't have a problem with them introducing a show. I have a problem with them wanting to make it huge and make it this thing where we're just it's like we have Tony Khan booking at this point. They just want all these fantasy matchups and it's just there's nothing to it. There's nothing at all and I'm not happy with it. So and I don't think I'm in the minority there. I think most people are frustrated with the direction that TKO is taking the creative
Most people right
product.
now that I'm reading are even mad that Joe Tessitore let the cat out of the bag that Cena and Lesnar will be main eventing instead of AJ Lee and Punk versus Rollins and Becky, which in my opinion, it's got to be Brock and Cena. But I get why some
Yeah.
people are upset because
Why
AJ
would you
is
do
in return and 3-year contract and everything else that we went over last week.
Yeah, they're gonna screw AJ over anyway. But I like it's that has why would you can't have WrestlePalooza. You're not gonna put on this whole event and not have Brock and Cena. Like that doesn't make any sense.
I
I
just don't
mean,
understand the anger about it.
yeah, that I don't get. That should be you should be used to this by now, people. Like that they're gonna put on. It's just like all these memes I've seen of this WrestleMania in a couple years of like you know under or Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Undertaker versus Shawn and I truly feel like I've got Saudi bookers with Tony Khan money. It's annoying. So that's gonna be my response to all of these things right now. Is this shit is annoying? So I'm just frustrated.
I no, I agree, and we're going to really deep dive into this Saudi thing at the end of the news and rumors
All
here.
right, I'm with that.
And
I'm with that.
Dave Meltzer, multiple times this week for me, has been caught straight up in lies.
I've seen it.
Like,
Yeah. Now again, you know, being a part of this old Twitter sphere, I get to see it a couple. I'm paying more
yeah,
attention to it, and I've seen it a few times. He's been caught up and called out. So,
yeah, yep.
yep.
Um, I'm surprised Triple H didn't block me this week. By the way, did you see all the posts I put out?
Yeah, yeah.
About
So it's the
17.
first thing. Whenever I bring up my X or to my Twitter or whatever my app, and it's like I click on it, and you know how at the top it like has like all the faces of people who have tweeted or whatever, and you click on it, and it goes all the way to the top. It's always you. Like you're always the very top, but it's never you. Like it's not you tweeting. It's you like responding to like Triple H, and I'm like, this fucker's gonna get us blocked, and they don't even know who we are yet. I'm like, this guy's on fire right now.
I was mad.
That's all right. Speak your truth.
um,
It's all good to me.
but everything that I put on there was exactly, it was truth. It wasn't just nonsense
Except for one
BS.
thing, but we'll talk about it later.
All right. I got a couple rapid fires here.
Yeah.
PW Insider noticed Valhalla has been moved to the alumni section of the WWE website, indicating she is officially a free agent. And we all saw this coming as soon as the War Raiders kind of got taken off TV, and then they come back, but there's no Valhalla for their title run, which was Valhalla would have made that run more meaningful to me. But yeah, so that
Yeah.
there was that. Um, there's been internal discussion about reintroducing Ilya Dragunov on WWE television by having him feud with Rusev, and that is from BodySlam.net, who follows me on Twitter.
If they do it right, I'm down for that.
Yeah, they got to do it right. I mean,
And don't give me any of this like country nation versus nation. Country. Don't give me that shit. Just let them fight. Let them have at it.
yeah, just
Let
because
them
they're
go.
both hard hitting, similar styles, just like how the Rusev and Sheamus thing, in my opinion, worked because they're hard hitting styles.
Well, and they're yeah. I mean, I think they're both Eastern European, you know, descent and all that stuff, and I can see them trying to pull that in somewhere. And like, don't do it. Don't fall into that Vince trap. Although I'm starting to miss Vince, you fuckers. Really starting to miss Vince. But you know, but yeah, don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into it. Let these guys go out. They're both very good characters, and they're both very good
Mm-hmm.
workers. Let them go out and work. Then I'm down. If they try to do some of that crap, I'm not with it.
Dude, my community creation, Ilya Dragunov, has over 200 downloads already.
No. Yeah, he's so good. I mean I want nothing but the best for him. I need to see him on a regular basis. So both of them. I love Rusev. Rusev's one of my favorite workers. So
Oh yeah. What's the status? I believe it was made Rusev on the community creations for WWE 2K25, and I downloaded it. The entrance is there. The move set is there. He did. It's. I swear to God, why is 2K not hiring this freaking guy? He's that good.
yeah.
But yeah, I've been playing as Rusev for the last couple weeks on Universe mode because of it. And by the way, anybody looking to download anything I've made, I am Dutch for Rudder.
Can I
Yes,
just say
and I'm
and
not banned.
I'll make a challenge out here really quick because I just saw my man Mark Henry is coming to the game, and so I'm letting everybody know you can catch this World's Strongest Slam whenever you want to on that game. I will run against anybody as Mark Henry, and I will run through you just like he would have. So
Did
I'm
you
down to
see how
play.
good the model looks?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
dude. That's the best
yeah.
Mark Henry we've ever gotten.
I'm
I'm
so excited,
excited.
and I saw that you said you wanted bald Mark Henry, but I like hair Mark Henry because that's the Mark Henry I
I just
remember.
want I want bald Mark Henry so I can have him come back for one last run as who
That's
he
fair.
is now.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with that. Yeah, but this Mark Henry though, this is the one. And guys, I'm a big Mark Henry stan, so bear with me. But this is the one that I got to see leave WWE when his mother died and go and compete in the Arnold Classic and win that sumbitch against all those guys who said he couldn't do it. And Vince said to him back then, he said, I saw this the other day on a video. He said, Mark, you can go do this, but there is no place in this company for the world's second strongest man. And he
Yep.
still left. He bet on himself so hard that he still went out there and he beat all of those professional strongmen, doing one lift that only like three people had ever done in the history of the lift. and he did it
Wasn't
three
he
times.
officially the first one to do it though?
No, no, no. He was the third, but
He was the
like,
third.
yeah, but he did it three times. He was the third or the fourth, but he did it three times in a row. Like
He's such an
everybody
animal.
else had done it like once or twice. He did it three in a
Yeah.
row. Like the guy's insane, and he's such an inspiration. Even at my older age, I get inspired by Mark Henry. I'm out here trying to move cars and shit. So,
Uh, I love Mark Henry. I loved
love him.
every run, every iteration of him. I'm just huge fan. Just like
Yeah,
you, I freaking love the guy.
yeah.
There's he does no wrong in my opinion.
I'm
Like
handing
in
world's
the ring
strongest
and in
slams
the
out for
business.
free. So anybody can get one, especially Ezra. Ezra, I'm telling you right now. I know you're down there listening to me. I know you're downstairs. Ezra, when Mark Henry comes here, you're catching the world's strongest slam, guaranteed.
Insider mentioned that Rey Mysterio will be at the WWE Performance Center next week as part of the final steps in his rehab. It sounds like his return to WWE television is imminent.
He
So
was at
it,
World Collide.
he was at Worlds Collide on
He got
Friday.
involved.
He's ready, dude. He's ready to rock.
Hmm.
But let's drop this Dom and Ray thing. It's been what 4 years now, 3 years straight.
It works so well for Dom, though. It's hard to. It's
Yeah.
working so well for Dom, and hopefully at some point they bring them back together and let them have a cool run. Maybe they turn Ray. I'd love to see a heel Ray. I'd probably be a
Oh,
much bigger fan of heel Ray if they turn him and let him roll with his son. I'd love it.
do you remember SmackDown versus Raw? I want to say 2007, where they turned Rey Mysterio heel in the story.
Yep,
I
yep.
mean, some people didn't like it, but that's the only time we've ever seen Rey
He,
Mysterio be heel is in the
I
game.
was saying, he might be the last clean one left right now that Cena's flipped. I
Yep.
mean, I know earlier Cena had heel tendencies, but he wasn't
Yep.
a heel. Like now that Cena has done his heel work, I think Ray might be one of the last clean ones left. I think.
Yeah, because
Um,
even Cody was heel many times.
yeah, Cody's done it. I mean, and he's gonna do it again. It's coming. But um, I think, hey, TKO, you want to make a big splash, one that people will care about and actually have some fun with? Turn Ray heel. Let's have some fun with that.
Yeah, I agree. John Alba of Sports Illustrated notes that AJ Styles put out feelers for options outside of WWE before signing his latest WWE deal earlier this year, notably getting major interest on the convention circuit from promoters, and apparently the interest was mutual.
Hmm.
So, I mean, for me, I think AJ, if he's gonna keep wrestling, I think he would resign with WWE, or he would stay somehow. It'll be WWE TNA. I don't see him going
Right.
to Japan. I don't see him doing an Indies run because why would he? I don't see him popping up somewhere like CZW, GCW, AEW. I
Yeah.
don't see any of that. So I really think if plus his cryptic tweet that he put out with the hourglass and the Phenomenal One logo, you know, dripping down the or just, I don't know, what do you call it? It's not dripping. Dripping is liquid.
um, I guess what running down. I
Trickling,
don't know.
trickling,
Trickling. Yeah,
trickling,
there you go. Trickling down. Yeah.
trickling down. It to me, it solidifies that when this contract's up, he's done. He wants to go home
Yeah.
and be a dad.
I think so, and I think AJ's earned it. He's paid his dues. He's done all kinds of stuff, but if he wants to, I mean, maybe he's got a little for the love of the game left in him. Maybe he's got a little, Matt Cardona in him, and he wants to go
Yeah.
do one more fun run and collect belts and do all kinds of fun stuff, and that's fine if he wants to do that. I
I'll
think AJ
follow it.
Styles has. I think he's earned his right to do whatever the hell he wants to do. If he wants to go to TNA, let him go to TNA. If he wants to go and I think WWE owes him to be like, go do what you want to do. You've done great work here. Like,
Mhm.
if he wants to go to AEW, let him go to AEW. Like, I think he'll end his career no matter what he does. He will end it in WWE. He will come back. It doesn't have to be a long run. He may just do a little spot. He may do some mic work, but he will end it in WWE. But let him go have fun if he wants to.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I want to just throw out there, I don't even have this written. It was just what I personally picked up throughout the week. But I believe Dustin Rhodes had double knee replacement.
Well,
And
they're handing those out like candy now. Shawn Michaels is
yeah,
getting one soon.
getting one in a month. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's going
So
to
I
have
just,
to if he's going to wrestle in Saudi, you know. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry. You got to get that done soon. As soon as they announce it, he's like, I
um,
got to get these knees fixed.
it does. I mean, it does add up.
They
I'm
all
just saying.
look they were dreading it. All those old timers were like, again?
Oh yeah,
All of them were like, I
I
don't
didn't
want to
see a
do this.
smiling face. I didn't
No,
see a
not one.
smiling face during that. And also,
Not
that
even.
press conference was not open to the public. And you want to know why? Because the
I
public
know
would
why.
have been outraged and booed the shit out of it.
Yeah. There's a reason why, and I saw you post it too, but there's a reason why it wasn't open to the public, and there's a reason why Triple H didn't announce it on SmackDown. That thing would have been hijacked, rightfully so. I'm
I
sorry.
agree.
I promised. I promised my lovely wife I would not get us off track today. I told her that I would keep us on point. So I'll let you continue. We'll
We're
talk
doing
about
good. We're doing good.
yeah.
But I
We'll
do
talk
just
about
want to throw out
Saudi
speedy recovery to Dustin. I'm a big
for sure.
fan. Can't wait for you to get back to the ring and back to the Nightmare Factory. So
For sure.
get better soon, man.
Come back better than ever, my man.
He will. He's a
Yeah.
freaking legend. Yahoo Sports was told by Ronda Rousey that she doesn't see herself returning to WWE to have another run with the company ever again. Good.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine. Like okay. Not mad. We'll move on.
After
No,
all
no
those
disrespect to
comments,
Ronda. I love
yep.
Ronda. I will always love Ronda. I did not love Ronda's run in WWE. I'd like to keep my memories of Ronda and UFC clean. So
I liked the first half of the first run.
yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, her initial run and her initial thing was awesome. It was essentially what they want Becky Lynch to be. She was the man. She was awesome, but I don't. It got muddied and it's unfortunate. And I don't think any less of Ronda. I just think it wasn't for her. So.
No, I like her as a person.
Yep, that's
I
fine.
just I don't agree with some of her comments, but I think a lot of her comments
No.
this week were definitely taken out of context.
And even if they're exactly the same, it's how she feels, and I have no problem with how you feel. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
perception's reality. If you feel that way, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm just going to
No.
say like I disagree with you. I don't think that that's the. I don't agree with Rhonda's take, but she feels it, so it's real. You know, I mean, like
Right.
she said it. She feels that way. Um, Now I probably don't
It
give that
was it
grace to
was
other
some
people, but
shade at Alexa Bliss though, and it's like
yeah, which is unfair. That's unfair for sure.
Alexa Bliss is double jointed in her elbow, and Ronda Rousey finisher, hi armbar. It was the coolest spot I've ever seen with the fake dislocated broken arm thing, and I don't know. I guess she didn't, And again,
I
who am
didn't
I?
realize she
I'm
was
not
double
Ronda
jointed.
Rousey.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Mm-hmm. It's all
Um,
good.
Fightful Select, still sick over here. Fightful Select notes that a number of people in WWE were frustrated and upset about the recent pictures of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon on vacation being published online. There are issues related to privacy drawing concern from a lot of people. And can you blame them? They're on
Well,
frickin'
here's what
vacation. Who's finding them, following them out into the frickin' ocean and taking
here
pictures?
here's what I'll say, right? And I because I have to be fair. In public, you have no right to privacy. It's just what it is. So if you're gonna go out and be in public, it is what it is. You're a public figure, right? Like you are a draw. People are gonna want to take you have chosen to be in this life. You got to accept that, right? There,
Yeah,
if I go out and some random guy on a public road is filming me, I don't have the right to go up and smack his camera out of his hand and say, "Stop filming me," right? Because I'm in a public
right.
place. Now, if that guy came into my house and filmed me, we have a different conversation. If they came
Yeah.
to their house and filmed them, I would have a problem with it. But they
Hmm.
didn't. They were out on the ocean doing their thing. Is it disrespectful and all that? For sure. We could argue that all day. But they don't
Yeah.
have any right to privacy when you're in public. And so, and especially when you're a public figure, you sign up for that. I don't, I think it's kind of a weird thing to be frustrated about. And you're only frustrated because you don't look as good as you did 30 years ago, but that's how aging
Stephanie
works.
does. Stephanie does.
Yeah, Stephanie looks great. Yeah, I mean, and Trips looks great for their age. Like they look phenomenal. The problem is they don't look as good as they did 30
When
years
they were
ago, and they're mad
27.
about it.
Right.
Yeah,
No.
nobody does. Like, grow up. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
All right, we're at the halfway point in news and rumors, so
Oh,
let's do a shot.
sweet.
Now,
So hey, listen, can I tell you something really quick before you do this?
yeah.
I pre-opened these because I was not gonna fall into what you fell into. Like I was opening them while we were starting, and if it didn't open, I was grabbing a different one. I wasn't playing that game. Just to let you know, I just realized it when I went to go turn this, and it popped right off.
I'm just gonna throw this out there, but I got some heat in MGM about that. So
Did you?
this week, I did. I
Well,
did.
they'll love this. They'll love this.
So
Uh,
this week we got Creighton. Hey, been a hot minute there, Creighton, since you got to
there you go,
pick one. I
Crazy.
don't know your work schedule, buddy, but I came in on a Thursday, and you were working. I usually come in on Fridays or Saturdays,
Hmm.
but a Thursday, Creighton. Dr. McGillicuddy's butterscotch. I've never had it. I've only had like Dr. McGillicuddy's cherry, and then like whatever
Hmm.
one that mint or menthol one is.
I will
And
say
then
I'm a butterscotch guy, so I do like the hard candies. I like those butterscotches. So
Jaden was in first thing I said when I walked in there. I was like, "Did you have a good week this week or a bad week?"
because
And she
because
goes,
my taste
"She
buds can't
forgot."
handle it.
She forgot. She's like, "What? What do you mean? I'm having a good week." I was like, "Because last week you weren't having a good week." And she goes, "What shots did I?" Oh, I sent you
Hmm.
home with 99 espresso and 99 cinnamon. I remember now. And I was like, "Yeah," and that fucking cinnamon one didn't want to open.
If you ever need a more humbling moment, ask somebody about something that you remember so well that they don't remember at all, and you realize just how quickly you matter in the grand scheme of the world. Like she was like, "What? What are you talking? Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's crazy." Yeah.
Um,
I just will update really quick. I've got besides the ones we're gonna take today, I got two left of these. I don't know how long it took me to go through 20 of these, but it definitely wasn't 10 episodes. So we've done a few of those. So
and this stuff is called Shamboard. I
Shambo,
don't know.
Shambo,
Let me
yeah,
see if I can get it into the.
yeah, it's a liqueur. Yeah, no, Chambord. Oh no, that is Chambord. I was thinking there's like one that's like CHAMBAUGHT or something like that. It's like Shambo or something. Ah, it's fancy. I've never
So
had it.
which one should I do then? Should I go with Jaden allegedly being nice this week, or should we go with Creighton, who hasn't had a shot picked for about 5 episodes?
That's a tough one. I think I do believe that we should give Jaden her opportunity to recoup from last week. She was quite rude last week, and I don't hold it against her. We all have bad days, but this is her opportunity to really get back in favor there. Um,
I am so glad this opened.
I'll tell you, I'm pre-opening these bad boys. Going for it.
All right. Well, it's a very cool bottle. I think two of this $4 bottle was the freaking bottle.
Mm-hmm. All right,
All right. Well, here we go. To
here we go.
to
To Jaden
Dustin,
and
to
Dustin.
Jaden
Oh
and
wait,
Dustin.
is that Jaden? Yeah, that's Jaden's. All right, here we go.
Yep. Here we go.
Yep, that is suntan lotion. Still.
Oh my God. Black raspberry liqueur. This was unbelievably delicious.
Hmm.
That's
Jaden, way to
dangerous.
go.
That's fucking dangerous. This is dangerous. I can't have this again.
Mm.
All right. Wrestling Observer Radio Dave Meltzer said Wardlow tore his pec and is expected out for 6 to 8 months and maybe more. And if you didn't know, it was on the same night that he had just returned from injury, that he got another injury. So not good luck happening for old Wardlow over there.
It's too bad. I like Wardlow. I think he
I
would
like
do
him
some
too.
really cool stuff if they freed him up to do some really cool. If he wasn't hurt too, by the way, if he
Yeah.
wasn't hurt.
Rob Van Dam claimed to Inside the Ring that he was talking with WWE to be part of John Cena's retirement tour, but he got injured. So
Hmm.
we almost would have had. God, that would have been awesome. And Rob Van Dam is in great shape, and he can still go. If you don't remember his AEW match he had, what was
Mm-hmm.
it, last year or the year before? And he's always been healthy, always stayed in shape. That would have been
I
awesome.
always
So
forget.
that's
I forget how much I love Rob Van Dam until I really sit down and think about when I was a kid. Like I thought he was the coolest dude on, and I still think he's the coolest guy on earth. But I thought Rob Van Dam was just the shit in his ECW days. I loved him.
oh, I agree. This one's a weird one. MJF got married. Speaking
Yep.
of MJF, MJF's wedding, according to Wrestling Observer Radio's Brian Alvarez, people at AEW were not particularly happy that photos showing Hangman Adam Page and other AEW babyfaces were in attendance at Friedman and Alicia Ataut's wedding. Um, it apparently happened because fans found them in Facebook family albums. The leak ultimately isn't a big deal. Tony Khan explained the faces were there on Ataut's behalf, not MJF. But some still didn't like it, especially people who take keeping kayfabe so seriously, like MJF and Adam Page.
Listen, guys. All right. Just real quick. I won't
Doesn't
drag
that
this
feel like
on
a
very long.
pointless story?
It's very pointless because it's one of those things that it's like, look, I get it. If your company kept kayfabe 100% of the time, and you guys were phenomenal at making sure that your heels stayed heels and your faces stayed faces, and they were never seen together, and they were never seen with WWE superstars, and they were never seen with other superstars, fine. But that's not the case. That's not the world we live in anymore. The curtain's been pulled back. Everybody understands that these guys they know each other, they live with each other, they're around each other all the time, and they're playing a character. It's just you can't as a company be upset about that and not be upset about the Street Fighter movie. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, I
Like
agree.
that doesn't make sense. How are you going to be upset about a real life man having the happiest day of his life? I hope, um, and not be upset about a movie that didn't have to happen with that. Like you didn't have to have your people in that. So, um,
Yeah, and I will say, to not to defend anybody here, but this week or this week or last week, when CVV had Maven on his podcast for the second
mhm.
time or third time, second or third, Maven again asked Chris Van Vliet, "Who was your worst guest you've ever had?" And then CVV actually this time said MJF.
Hmm.
MJF stays so kayfabe, and I've watched that interview many times. MJF ordered room service. This interview was done in his hotel. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
You have.
I've never
Oh, you
watched
haven't?
like his full. I'll watch it. I will though. Now that you mention this, I'll watch it. So,
Dude, he orders room service. He's eating in front of CVV. He's rude answers, the whole nine, but stayed so MJF during the interview. He was kayfabe the whole time.
MJF
I
is the
loved
most
it.
Ric Flair person we'll ever meet, not named Ric Flair. Like he
Mm-hmm.
understands the business, and he's going to continue to keep himself in that cave. I'm surprised he didn't like buckshot lariat Adam Hangman Page during his freaking wedding to keep kayfabe
Yeah.
going. Like it's one of those things that like I respect MJF at how well he sticks to the character. Sometimes I get worried because I'm like, is this actually just you? Because you do such a good job at sticking to this character. But I respect it, and I get that CVP thinks it was his worst guess. But I
I
would
think
argue that was your
I,
best guess,
I
and
think
I think
CVV was also keeping it kayfabe during that
which is
answer. You know
awesome.
what I mean?
I love that about him. I love that about him that he plays along with it. He goes with it. He moves it, and he believes like we believe. He believes in
Yeah.
the product. He believes in the business. I've met him either, but I've never seen somebody who has such a platform that is so like I don't want to say childlike 'cause that's weird, but is so like innocent in their belief, and they just let the stuff go. He just lets the interview flow, however you want to take it, and I love him for that. If you
Yes.
want to be, if you want to be in character in his interview, he's gonna let you. If you want to be yourself in that interview, he's gonna let you. That guy's a real journalist. He's legit. He's a gem. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I wish I still had my Twitter from back when I worked at Straightforward with you,
Hmm.
because CVV actually followed me on that one.
Oh
I thought it was the
man.
coolest thing because that's really when he like had just started like
Yep.
gaining some traction. And Theo Vaughn also followed me back then
Theo.
too, and
Yeah.
now it's like I can't get either of those guys to even respond to a post.
Arguably, you've got some other stuff going for you, and I'm okay with it.
I
But
do.
I
Thank
I
you,
think that
Karrion
that guy
Cross.
I think that guy is good for the business, and I think he needs to stay independent, and he needs to stay away from. I don't want him signing with WWE Network of Podcasts. I don't want him, I
Oh
don't want him taking
no.
money from anybody. I want that man to stay exactly who he is. I
Yep.
I I I pray for that man's safety like I've never prayed for anybody in my life because he's a gem to this business, and I think that he needs to be, he needs to continue that. So.
Yeah, I don't want him to Sam Roberts at all.
No,
I want
no,
him
and,
to
and
stay.
that's no disrespect to Sam Roberts or no disrespect
Oh, I
to
love Sam,
some of these other guys, but
but it's what keeps him different.
once you make yourself known, once you are Sam Roberts of the WWE Podcast Network, or I can't think of any of the other ones that have aligned with others, but when you're one of those people, you can't go back from that. Now everything you say is tainted to bias, and I really believe that Chris Van Vliet is not biased in any way, shape, or form. He just wants to tell the best story, and I respect that so much. So
So do I. PW Insider confirmed that WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler was released from the hospital in Florida on Thursday following last week he had a stroke. He is back at home in Memphis to recover, so I would also like to wish Jerry the King Lawler a speedy recovery, one of the two voices of my childhood.
yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it's uh, everybody gets old, I guess, but Jerry the
they
King
do,
Lawler, I
man.
thought would stay young forever. I'm not gonna lie.
what what I've learned is everybody gets old and everybody gets exposed, right? So there's a lot of people out there that have their feelings about Jared the King Lawler. I didn't know any of that when I was a kid. All I knew is Jerry loved puppies. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Like Jerry the King Lawler
yep,
loved puppies, and old JR loved his barbecue sauce. And you couldn't tell me any different about any of those guys. They were the voice of my Fridays and my Mondays, or
yep.
Thursdays and Mondays at that point.
Yeah, Thursday for
Um,
sure.
yeah, and Michael Cole it fit in there towards the end, but um, yeah, I wish Jared
And Jonathan
the
Coachman too. I will throw
I
him
don't
in
talk
there.
about Jonathan Coachman. I hate Jonathan Coachman. So and I don't, add him to the list, but that's another guy that I don't even talk about him. I think I brought him up once in all 35 episodes we've had of this because that's how much I despise Jonathan Coachman.
Twice, twice.
Have I brought him up twice? I'm shocked I
I
brought him
brought
up
him up.
twice.
I
Oh,
brought him
okay.
up.
All right. I was gonna say I don't mess with Jonathan Coachman. But hey, Jerry, feel better, man. I hope you get chasing puppies soon.
Yep, I do too. This next one came when I was playing video games last night.
Shoot.
Andrade was released from WWE last night or yesterday evening. Apparently, it was not a mutual agreement between the two. So
It wasn't.
there,
Okay, I
there
was gonna
hasn't
ask
been
you about that.
anything. There hasn't been anything released on the matter yet. Andrade hasn't said anything. WWE hasn't said anything. The only thing that they've said is it was not a mutual departure. So we don't know if it's a backstage thing. We do know back in AEW, Andrade was trying to get fired to get out of there. He got in a fight with
Right.
Sammy Guevara in the locker room on purpose to get fired because he didn't want to be there. He
Yeah.
was just doing the storyline with Ray Phoenix, him and Ray Phoenix tag team, and it was doing
They
good.
were
I don't
they
understand what
were
happened. Why is he
I
angry?
feel
What?
like I feel like they were pegged to win the chip, man. Like I
Yeah,
thought him and Ray Phoenix were gonna win the chip. If not the WWE, they were definitely winning the AAA tag team championship. But um yeah, I don't know. I first of all, can I just say I appreciate you not making any assumptions there on which side that falls on, right? Because
yeah,
I think oftentimes we jump to conclusions, you know, as just people who are talking, and we say, oh, it wasn't mutual, so it must have been WWE. No, man, maybe that man took his power back, and he said, I'm tired of your creative. All I hope, and I posted this somewhere, but all I hope is that this isn't some BS like AAA swerve, and he's gonna go to AAA and do stuff. I hope that if he is really truly unhappy, and he has good reason to be, if he's really truly unhappy, he goes somewhere where he can be successful, wherever that may be. CMLL. I don't think
Yep.
AEW is going to do it for him.
No,
I think TNA,
that's
Ring
a
of
lot of
Honor, New
people
Japan.
online. That's a lot of people online today, specifically. All these AEW fans. He's coming back. It's like he
Nah.
tried to get fired because he hated it there that bad.
Yeah.
Why would he
Unless
go
you're
back?
unless you've got an animal mask on your head, I don't think AEW is going to push you as a luchador, as a that style of wrestler. Like, and that's no disrespect to those guys because they do great work. I'm talking about the Beast and what's his name, the dude that used to be with Jungle Boy, um,
Oh, what is he called now? Kill Switch
something
now, right?
Saurus. They changed his name. I don't remember what it was, but it was
Well,
something
it
Saurus
was
before.
Luchasaurus, but I think it's Kill
Yeah.
Switch now.
Hmm. Kill Switch. Kill Switch is right. And that's no disrespect to Kill Switch or the Beast of Mordor or whatever that guy's name is. Um, they do great work and they're fine, but those are the characters that they want there, and that's not Andrade. He's not that guy, and I think he could do good work somewhere, but he's got to have the freedom to do it. So,
Yep, I agree. Now, here is the second lie that we're about to get from Dave Meltzer, and this is also why a couple morons on Twitter had posted, think about the dream matches we're going to get, guys. It's like, are you a bot? Are you a bot? Because this is the dumbest shit I've
probably,
ever heard in my
actually,
life.
probably,
So I'm arguing with a fucking robot on Twitter.
yeah, probably.
All right.
I don't
Wrestling
know what's worse, arguing with a
observers.
robot or my son. I feel like they're the same
Dude,
result.
I fucking honestly probably the kids. Probably the
Oh
kids.
my goodness. Oh, they're killing me, bud. They're killing me. That's all
Me,
right.
me too. Me too. Wrestling observers. Dave doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Meltzer
Not
indicated that
watching
the
his life.
Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Shawn Michaels are some of the WWE legends who will be offered a huge payday to return to the ring at WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. Meltzer says WWE originally planned for WrestleMania to go to Saudi Arabia in 2028, but I'm going to butcher this name. Turkey Al-Shika
Oh,
had
she.
WWE change their plans to do it in 2027 instead because that's the 300th anniversary of Saudi Arabia's founding. Now, in a couple minutes here, we're going to see why Dave Meltzer is a liar.
Is that
Uh,
is that are we at the end?
I got
Is that
three more, but they're all about Saudi.
okay? I'm gonna let you get through your three. I'm not gonna say anything until we get to the end. We'll dump all that Saudi shit at the end.
For what it's worth, multiple outlets believe Saudi Arabia's show will be the only WrestleMania event in 2027 because apparently some people were worried. Well, there's going to be a WrestleMania here too, right? No.
No, there's no.
PW Insider heard that WWE is getting paid a mind-blowing amount of money to run WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, blood money.
Can I just say
Um,
really quick? Can I just
yeah,
say, I felt like I had one of the best thoughts on that ever, and I was like, well, good. At least the women will finally find out how much they're worth in WWE.
yeah,
Because whatever they're getting paid right now is what you consider your women worth. Because, and I haven't seen it. And I've looked, and this is me, guys. You have heard me come to this show for 30 weeks in a row, probably 40 now, 40 weeks in a row,
40.
and say to you, I don't research shit. All right, we just talk. I talk. Tyler does all the research. I just have conversations with you guys. I don't research anything. I researched this before I said it, and I promise you, I have not seen anything about how the women are going to be treated at this show. And I'll talk about it at the end, but I am not okay with this. So go ahead.
Nope, and I am going to
Oh, I don't have another one of those. Oh, wait. Yeah, we
crack a
kind of.
cold one.
Hold on. Hold on. We're going to crack it this way.
Oh,
Nope.
there we go.
There we go. What's happening here? This is my first time, guys.
It's the Revenge of the 99 Cinnamon.
I mean, I don't drink beer often, definitely not out of bottles. So,
I will
um,
say I have one of the coolest bottle openers of all time. It's a
yeah,
fidget spinner that says Fidget Spinneroonie on it, and then on the other side it says Booker T, and both ends are bottle openers.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's been, I haven't had a beer bottle that's needed a bottle opener in a long time because most of them are twist tops now.
Yep.
But my chair outside, and I'm a grilling machine, man. Like all I want to do is grill.
Oh
All I
yeah.
want to do is smoke stuff. I love it. So I'd love to be out there, and I got this nice, comfy, big old chair that has a bottle opener on it. And Marissa, my lovely wife, was like, "You want me to open that for you?" And I was like, "No, ma'am. I'm using the chair. I've never used the chair before." So last night I got out there. I was like, I popped that bad boy open. I was so happy. Had a
That's
cigar and
awesome.
everything. Celebrated.
Oh, I haven't had a cigar in probably close to 2 years. I need to go get one. I like
I
the
don't know
Maker's
what's
Mark.
good in. I used to smoke cigarettes back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was right before Ada was born. I quit 6 months before she was born. But I would smoke cigarettes, and I would like smoke a cigarette, smoke a cigar, smoke another cigarette, all while grilling or something. But now
Yep.
that I don't smoke cigarettes, I think it's been about a year before I had another cigar. And now I'm kind of slowly getting back into it where like probably once a weekend or so, I'm at least bringing one out, but I'm all out now, so I got to go buy some more. I had a gift, and a family friend of mine, Bones, what's up, homie? Bones gave me all of his cigars that he bought because he didn't like them, and they were nice. Like, let me tell you, this last cigar I had, I'm taking a big step back when I buy my own. So,
Wow. I got into them enough to like I bought a cutter. I was looking at humidors and everything else, and then we had CC, and I was like, "Fuck,
yeah, I
guess I'm
got
not doing
like
that."
just a box humidor, man. Like I got that,
Mhm.
and then you got the little thing in the top, and like I said, I hadn't opened it in about 2 years. Pop that bad boy, about a year. Pop that bad boy open, still sitting perfectly where it needed to sit to be a humidor. Um, and I hadn't done anything to it. And it was just like literally like a pine box with
Yeah.
the thing on it. Yeah, I'll send you a link of one. It was, and they
Yeah.
weren't that expensive. I mean, it was a few years ago I got it, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. We're gonna end this with
Mm.
these two stories here, and this one's a long one, so bear with me on mispronouncing and not saying stuff right. But this is where we're gonna see Dave Meltzer's a liar.
Huh.
A higher up in WWE told Fightful Select that no talks have taken place when it comes to booking specific talent for WrestleMania 43, and any names brought up are just hypothetical at this point. This contradicts yesterday's story about The Rock closing in on a deal to work the event. In fact, barely any serious planning for the event has begun, which is one reason why a date for WrestleMania was not mentioned during WWE's huge announcement about it. People in WWE told Insider that WrestleMania week in Saudi Arabia is expected to include the usual events like Raw, SmackDown, and the Hall of Fame ceremony in Riyadh. However, it's not currently known if NXT is included in the package. So, Dave, who are you talking to that you're hearing Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, uh, XYZ, The Rock, LMNOP. Who are you talking to, bud? Because it doesn't look
Dave
like
saw
you've
WrestleMania
even
Saudi
planned a
Arabia, and he
meeting.
said everybody's gonna be there. Shut up, Dave.
God, he's such a fucking dumbass. All right, and then
What's
our
your last
last
one?
one.
I got words.
All right. TC of WrestleVotes says WWE has established a permanent office in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia over this week. So they have a permanent fucking WWE building now in Saudi too. Like this isn't gonna go away.
No, and all those people that think it is are struggling. So, one of my favorite people that I follow on Twitter, and even before I realized he was a wrestling fan, I just really like him. Is O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube, or
Yep.
Ice Cube's son, Ice
Yep.
Cube's
Yep.
son.
Yep. I follow
Um,
him.
and I only say Ice Cube's son, not to disrespect him, but just so that those who don't know who I'm talking about understand who this is. Um, he had said, he's like, what if they're
Fucking
doing all
double
this
fisting there.
to free up, the money, and they're going to go back to making things cheaper. And I appreciate what he was trying to do there, and I appreciate he was trying to calm people down and try to calm
Yep.
the narrative. But I commented on it. I was like, sure, that would be nice, right? That would be beautiful. But I do not think there is a wholesome intention in this entire thing. Like
No.
there's it is a money grab. What is going to happen is they're going to pay off the debt of buying WWE quicker, correct? And
Yeah.
then everything past that is going to be like cake. It's going to be more money for them. It's profit for them. And then they're going to be like, oh man, we made this much profit just by paying off the WWE deal quicker. Let's go ahead and now raise tickets again. Let's go ahead and do this again. Let's go ahead and do this. It's going to continue and continue and continue. I have never seen a company, especially a U.S. company, that has made record profits and then been like, whoa, let's get back to the fans. And I know I'm being generalistic there. I'm sure there are some companies out there who give back profits and who do things and try to cut prices and stuff like that. But the majority of the companies in the U.S. don't make record profits and then say, let's make less money, right?
No.
It's not
No.
how you stay a company. And that's what the WWE is going to do. I need to, before I give my thoughts on this Saudi Arabia thing, can we do another shot? I got one poured already. I just got to get mine
Yeah.
done.
And just to add to what you said, I commented on
Hmm.
that same post from O'Shea,
Oh, good.
and I get what he
Yeah.
was doing. He was
Yep.
trying to calm the waters a little bit, but I said very similar to what you said. I was like, no. I mean, I get that this is a good payout for the wrestlers, and that's good for them. Fuck yeah, get your money.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Absolutely. Good
I
point.
said I said something along the lines of this is literally just for WWE to get a big bag. I was like,
Yeah. They're going to
none of
cash out.
none of the
Yeah.
U.S. fans, none of the European fans, none of the Australian fans, none of the German fans, none of the fucking Russian fans, none of the Mexican fans are gonna go to Saudi fucking Arabia for the biggest match card of the year. They're not going. It's gonna be all Saudis and that's it. And you cannot convince me. Maybe there's a fucking handful of people that are like, yeah, I'll wear a bulletproof vest and I'll go. That's fucking insane. No fucking
Yeah.
way. You know it's like illegal to chew gum and spit on the sidewalk there? Fuck
I
that.
was, I was going to say, you're fine in Saudi Arabia as long as you're not, uh, gay or a
A
minority
woman?
or a woman or, anything other than, an affluent Saudi male. Like you're fine then.
Yeah,
No, let's do this real quick. I do want to say, well, are you getting your shot ready?
I'm
Okay.
ready.
I do want to say I gotta give a big shout out to my wife, right? Because Tyler and I were talking before this, and I said, hey, I might have to cut out for a second because my wife had to go grocery shopping, get
Hmm.
the groceries, and the baby's sleeping. I got her up here right on this camera right here, right? Got her right here. I'm watching her, and she started moving around. So I sent her a quick text. I was like, woof, baby's moving. This lovely woman of mine flew back home, got all her stuff done, made it here. That baby's back asleep, and she just walked in the door. I just heard her. So I just want to say thank you, right? Because now we get to continue
Yeah.
our flow and continue our thing to do what we just have fun with. And she's out here doing real stuff, and she did that for me. So I just wanted to say thank you on a public forum to my wife. So thank you,
Yep,
miss.
I'll add to it then. Thank you, Creighton, first off, MGM's finest, for picking
Yeah,
out Dr. McGillicuddy's butterscotch. But my wife, every single episode we do, keeps my kids entertained
yeah,
upstairs in our bedroom,
yep.
playing PS4 or Xbox Series S
Who knows? Who
or
cares what they're
fucking
doing?
playing
She
with
got
Play-Doh
them.
or whatever. She keeps them
Yep.
engaged that whole time, and that's why last week I got a little heat for going 2 hours
Yep.
and 8 minutes because I told her
Yep.
an hour.
Yep. Well, that's just it, man. We gotta give credit where credit's due. We're doing this thing. We're having fun. We're telling people what we think, and nobody gives a shit. But our wives are out there doing the real work and making sure we can have this outlet for the both of us once a week. I appreciate it. I know Tyler appreciates it. And it's crazy, man. I don't understand it, but I appreciate it for doing it. So that's
All right,
Creighton.
so
Thank you for
let's.
the shout over there, but these ones go to our wives. Yep. That stings just like when I get in trouble.
Ooh, ooh,
Cool.
I. Oh, that's thick.
Yeah.
Not bad though. Not
Yeah.
bad, but
By
I
the way, I'm
wasn't
gonna mark that
expecting
as
it
a
to be
TikTok.
syrupy
I'm
thick.
I'm gonna win some favor for both of us this week. That's gonna be our first TikTok. Is us thanking our wives. So just
Like that.
just to get us a dub for the week. Because last week you were messing up. By the way, also, I gotta give a big shout out because they listen to the show and they give us feedback. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
Cat, I get feedback from cats every week about what goes on this show, and I fucking love it. I look forward to it. Like
Yep.
I'm not always able to like answer right away or quickly or in depth because I'm normally at work.
Hmm.
But I look forward to seeing when Cass hears the show and gets to pick out some of the stuff that I don't even remember I said, and she brings it up and I'm like, oh shit, I did talk about that. So
Yep.
we are very blessed men. We
Oh,
are we are
100%.
family men, and I just want to take a minute really quick, and it won't take long, I promise. I just want to take a really quick minute to say, in the times that we're dealing with right now, where families and life and society are all under a microscope, and they're all being judged on who you agree with, who you don't agree with, who you support, who you don't support. Um, Having a family support you in doing some dumb shit podcast about wrestling tells me that we hit the lottery, right?
Oh yeah.
We won. We won it
Yeah. Oh,
all,
we
right?
won big time.
We won
Look at
big
his
time.
fucking hairline. This was a death
Look,
sentence from
I,
the get
I
go,
wear
man.
I wear a hat every week. You know what I mean? I got a decent haircut, but it ain't always looking that good. So we won, man. We won.
Yeah,
So
we did.
just that's all I want to say. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to make it a commentary on current events. That's not what we do. But I want to
Mm-mm.
say in this world that we live in, we're winners. So and
All
Colton
right.
is too. Don't forget about it, Colton.
Oh yeah, Colton. Yep. And I called that way before they,
Never would have
admitted
called
that.
it. We bring it up all the
Really?
time, but I never would have called it. No, never.
You didn't live with
Yeah,
Colton. You didn't live with Colton though.
no, I didn't.
I had some outside source to it. All right. So our countdown this week is. There's a good one. Better WrestleMania spots to have WrestleMania rather than Saudi Arabia. So me and
International.
Rankins did
Yep.
lists. Not even in the U.S. That was our
Mm-mm.
rule. It cannot be in the
International.
U.S. So
Yep.
where in the world would it have been a better place for the fans to have WrestleMania?
Because this
My
is a
number
dumb
five.
shit money grab by you, WWE. And the one thing I do want to say, I said we were going to
Yeah.
talk about this on Twitter. I don't think Triple H needs to be fired because I also don't think Triple H wants to do this. Right? That's the only reason I think Triple H is okay and safe in this environment. That's why I said that. I was like, I disagree with you on firing Triple H because he didn't look like he wanted to do
Yeah.
this shit either. You know what I mean? Like he looked like he didn't want to be anywhere near this. And I think they all understand, all of those wrestlers understand that this is the wrong move. There are major,
Yeah.
major wrestling communities out there that would benefit huge from a WrestleMania and would do so well. And you would have international travel and international commerce and international, like, what do they call it? Uh, uh, when you travel somewhere and you I don't know, but like there's so much there's out there that Americans would travel so many places to go on vacation for this that I don't, like
Oh
you
yeah.
said, I don't think that's going to happen in Saudi Arabia because we don't have Lamborghinis, and unless you are a Lamborghini owning Saudi male, you don't clock over there. And And that's no research done. So anybody who's out there who's like, oh no, I've been there, I don't give a shit. I've never been there. I don't do any
Oh
research
yeah,
over
don't
there. I
care.
don't know anything about it over there. What I do know is that they make our women that come over in WWE wear full outfits and they can't have their ankles showing and they can't have, and that already tells me that I'm not okay with this.
Yep.
Because if our wrestlers cannot go and wrestle and be who they are and what their character is and just be themselves in that environment, then we don't need to be there, right? And by we I mean wrestling. I don't.
Yep.
That's not an American thing versus anybody. Wrestling. Wrestlers do not need to be in a place that all wrestlers are not welcomed. And that's the same way I feel about people. Like you don't need to be somewhere where all people aren't welcomed. It's just
Oh,
how I
and
feel. So
and I will add Bianca Belair's little speech that she did at the conference. Who wrote
yeah,
that? Because it wasn't
I didn't
her.
even listen to it. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I didn't listen to any of it. I want absolutely nothing to do with this. I posted that I truly believe this will be the first WrestleMania event that I've wanted to watch that I won't watch. I cannot and maybe things will change in the next couple of years, but I cannot imagine myself in 2027 wanting to watch this WrestleMania. Health being there and that I'm still here. I don't think I want to watch it. I don't want to be a part of it, and that sucks.
Yeah,
That really sucks for me.
yeah, it does. It does suck. And so let's do our top fives
Let's do it. Do you want to
of where it would
go?
have made more sense.
You want to go? Just doesn't matter. Or
We'll go
we're just gonna draft, right? So it's like just you go
five,
first. I'll
five,
go.
four,
Yeah.
one.
Was
Yeah.
one after another? All right.
Yep. All right. My number five, Toronto, Canada, where WrestleMania 18 was held and where one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time, Rock versus Hogan, happened. WrestleMania hasn't been back to Canada since WrestleMania 18. We're talking about WrestleMania 43.
hmm
That's a perfect place to go. Perfect place to
My
go.
number. My number five. I'm gonna keep it in the Americas, right? My number five is Mexico City. I can't think of a better
That's my number
place.
three.
Okay, awesome. I was gonna say, and this is just a draft, so you can change up your number three. I don't. Who cares? But I think Mexico City would be so cool. I think like WWE's really leaning into the lucha libre. I think the Mexican fans are rabid for something big like this. I've seen like the AAA big wrestling match that they do is huge and it's amazing. I think you're missing a big opportunity for making the first one Mexico City.
Yep, and I'll just add to it with them owning AAA, and they've cemented themselves with the fans there now, and bringing in
Yeah,
WWE wrestlers and
it
having
makes sense.
all this other stuff going there. That would have made more sense to me than
It doesn't.
Saudi
It's
Arabia.
not my. It's not my number one place that I think because I don't. We haven't been there really. You know what I mean? So it's not like a. It's not like a huge. It's not. It's not like a place that I know would pop. I'm just saying like it makes sense. The timing is right. If you want to do a WrestleMania, that would be a good first place.
All right, my number four, Perth, Australia.
That
The
was my number
crowds
four
are
also.
always. Is it great?
Yeah, that's my
The
number four.
crowds are
Yep.
always freaking crazy. We have Australian wrestlers on the
So
roster that
many.
are mega stars. Why would we not?
Australia.
We sell out Perth every fucking time we go over there.
Australia as a country is doing well. Like I don't know about politically or any of that shit. I'm just talking about Bluey, right? We watch Bluey. We know the Wiggles. We know all these places as kids. Australia is popping, man. And like and it's a country that goes hard for wrestling. Goes hard.
Yeah.
And so I agree with you, man. Like that it's a big miss not making it Perth. So, big miss.
All right, hit your number three.
My number three, I'm actually kind of taking a page out of your book with Toronto. I think Alberta, right? Alberta, Canada,
Okay.
is is a place that really loves wrestling, right? And I think the Hart Foundation, I think the legacy of Alberta, I think I think all of that, right? And I think if you as WWE can't see the marketability of a place like that, I don't get it. I don't get it. So Alberta's my
I
number three.
agree. Number two for me, London, England. London is an
Right?
explosively great crowd. The fans, they show up and they show up so hard and they do all the chants and they pop for everybody, whether you're good or bad. Uh, they sell out every time, and it would be a
Everything.
perfect place to have the festivities of Raw, SmackDown, the Hall of Fame ceremonies, something that overseas that they really haven't gotten that. And
Mm-hmm.
it, you tell me that they wouldn't make a big bag going to London. You're
I
crazy.
mean, that was my number one in my head. I'm gonna pick a different number one, but that was my number one in my head. Full disclosure, folks, I told Tyler at the beginning of this, I was like, I didn't make a list. I'm just gonna go off of it, and we're just gonna riff. But London would have been my number one because I've seen that crowd. You know what I mean? I've seen it. I know what it's about, and it's wild, man. Um, where are we at? We at number two.
You got to give me your number two.
My number two. My number two, this is, I'm just going off the top of my head. I have absolutely no reason to believe. I don't even know if there's ever been an event here. I just think it would be fun. And TKO knows the area well because of UFC. I think Brazil would be a wild place to have
Ooh, that
a
is a good.
WrestleMania. And I think that you
They're getting
leaning on the
NFL
outside,
games now.
they do it in NFL games, and I'm trying to like lean on TKO, right? I'm saying, look, UFC does stuff in Brazil all the time. Lean on that. I think Brazil would be a really wild place to have an event.
All right. My number one, Paris, France.
I was wondering
Clash
if
in
you. That's why I
Paris
didn't go with
was
the
a
two.
wild success. The fans were rabid.
Yeah.
The wrestlers loved going to Paris. They had a good time. The
Hmm.
crowd, great. Who in their right minds wouldn't think that Paris would be somewhere for a WrestleMania destination? Husband and wife, kids, maybe a bachelor, maybe a bachelorette. Who doesn't want to see Paris, France? That's on
I mean,
everybody's list of places they want to go, or at least most people. To have a
yeah,
WrestleMania in Paris, they would have made a bag and they would have kept all of their fans happy.
yeah. I need to look something up really quick. I'm with you on that. Um, and the fact that Paris was huge. Clash at the Castle, like all that was huge. Um, Yeah, I'm with you. That would have been Paris would have been my number two if I would have um like kept my order the way I was thinking. I have another one for you. All right, you want my number one? Um, and this is just a dream that I thought would be awesome because I can't remember which WrestleMania was it where they did like that like Coliseum theme. Was that three?
Oh, like the Roman stuff.
Yeah, the Roman stuff. Yeah,
That was WrestleMania 9.
nine. Was it nine? I thought it was way earlier than that. It was
9.
nine. Okay,
9.
let's go. Let's go to Rome. Let's do it in the
Mm-hmm.
Coliseum. You know what I mean? Like to me,
Yeah.
the number one place. Let's go to the combat place of the world. Let's do this shit in the Coliseum. Let's do this shit in Rome. I think that would be. And now it's Italy, I know, but I think that would be awesome. Let's do it in Rome. Let's do a Coliseum event, and I think that would be really cool just for the history of it, the nostalgia of it,
Yep.
and the event. UFC is doing a White House card, right? That they've already mentioned that. White House would have been on my list of places to do that. It would have been crazy. It would have been cool. Um, but the beyond that, like beyond the White House, I was like, what is the biggest attraction that we could think of? The Coliseum. The
Yeah.
Coliseum would be cool. So I don't know if that's even
Um,
something you could do, but if it's something you
I
could
don't
do,
know if you
that's
could.
my
Yeah.
number one.
Um, I do just want to address in my Bloody Mary, I just dropped like 15 olives in there. So whenever you see me
Sure.
chewing after I took a sip, it's because I got an olive in my mouth.
So I love olives, right? And everybody in my family hates olives. I'm trying so hard with this baby to
Yep.
make an olive fan because I love black olives, green olives, love olives, and nobody else here does.
Have you tried the blue cheese filled olives?
I don't know. I
Ooh, those are good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are awesome. All right, well, that's the uh, that's the end of our show. Rankin's froze over there, so I can see we're still recording. So I'm just gonna keep talking. Um, hit
that was
us
weird.
on.
That was
Are you
weird.
back? Third person
Yeah,
showing up.
it just closed
What's
out. My
happening
whole
here?
screen just closed out.
Now we've stopped recording. Oh, this is interesting. There are 3 squares on here right now.
Yeah, I see it. I see it right now. That's all right. We'll fix it later.
That's wild.
That was wild.
There
It
we go.
just like my screen just closed. My screen closed, and I could still see you. I got the computer up over here, but it just shut down, and so I hurried up and jumped back in. But yeah. Anyway, you were going through the socials. I heard that. So
Yep. Okay, cool. Follow us on Spotify, Kayfabe Marks. Follow us on YouTube, Kayfabe Marks. Whatever episode you want, you can add episode 30, whatever this is, 7, 8.
30
Um,
something.
Twitter, you can follow me at Kayfabe Tyler. You can follow him at Kayfabe Adam. You can follow the podcast itself at Kayfabe Marks. And you
Which will be
can
more
see
active
us.
soon. It'll be more
Yeah,
active. I think Tyler, we need to both get involved in that one. So
yeah,
we'll talk about it later, but that'll get more active soon.
yeah. And then our Twitter is kayfabe.marks. And we will have quite a bit of actually this weekend too.
Mm-hmm.
I got to send this to you as soon as I'm done recording this. But
No, 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 no. I think you can post it. We'll talk about it. You don't got to send it to me. We'll
okay,
talk about it.
okay.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Um,
Yeah.
I had a spot in a Hell in a Cell triple threat match. I put 2 people through the freaking roof at one time. I've
I
never
love
done
a
that
good Hell in
before.
a Cell.
I've never
I
seen a video of it before.
I try to talk Ezra into Hell in Cells all the time. He's not with it, so I love a good Hell in a Cell. So I'm ready for this one.
Yeah, the spot was amazing. So that
Never
will be
mind.
up this week.
Send it to me just so I can have it. I just want to see it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
I'll be-
freaking freaked out, and I recorded it immediately, and then I made Cassie get up and then sit next to me and watch it. I was like, "This is amazing." She's like, "Tyler,"
Yeah.
it's like, "You don't get it, Cassie.
I got
You
to
don't
get it on
get
our TikTok anyway. So yeah, send it to me anyway.
it." All right. Well, that's the show, and we kept it an hour and 12 minutes. Look at us.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome, guys. Just know that we love you. Whatever you're going through this week, whatever is hard for you this week, whatever's easy for you this week, we love you where you're at. So, our wrestling fans, we both have been through the gauntlet, right? And we know that wrestling is an outlet for us. We know it's an outlet for you guys. So I plan on every week just letting you guys know how much we love you. So if you don't hear from anybody else, you'll hear from us. We love you. We care
Yep.
about you. We want you healthy. We want you safe. Care about your families. But come back and join us next week, and we'll love to have you.
100%. Yeah, this was a hard week in America for a few different big reasons, and to have wrestling to be that outlet to escape from all the madness that's online, that's at your work, that's at the store, that's on the street, that's at the college, that's at your school.
You're inundated.
Wrestling
You're
is,
inundated with it.
yeah, it's everywhere. And to have wrestling to be that outlet to just remove yourself from reality and be shot into something so amazing like professional wrestling, something I love to death, and something that got me through growing up with drug addicted parents and just being poor and opening the fridge and not seeing any food, no nothing in there. But I knew Monday Night Raw was tonight and I'm going to be okay. That little kid thanks wrestling every day. And wrestling made me a fucking good father. And I don't care who thinks I'm good or bad at it. I know I'm good at it. And I can thank wrestling for that.
Yeah. My very first post on our Instagram or on my X was what wrestling means to me, right? And it was a post of all the things that wrestling has taught me, that wrestling has got me. You know, not me personally. This is just somebody else's post. I think I just shared it, but the point of that is that this is just an outlet, right? Wrestling is just an outlet for us. Whatever your outlet may be, if you're listening to us, we're happy to have you here, and I hope it's wrestling for you because it's a great thing. But if it's not, and you catch this on TikTok or you catch this somewhere else, and you just happen to see us, we want you to know that whatever you're going through is temporary. This too shall pass, right? Whatever is happening in the world is temporary. What's important and what is permanent and what is real is what's in your heart and what's in your home. And so we care about you guys. We know that it's been rough this week. We know that it's been crazy. Whatever you believe, we don't care. We truly do not give a shit what you believe and what you feel about. One way or the left, right, middle, center, I don't give a shit. All I care about is the fact, and all Tyler cares about is the fact that you guys are safe, happy, healthy, and you're loving your families. And so as long as you're doing that, you're all good with us.
100%.
Yeah, that's it, man.
And
I gotta let
Cassie
it
be
go on
upset
that.
if I don't do this, but
You do it.
I gotta go.
Oh, for sure,
Live
for
action.
sure.
You know.
I
Live action. Ernie Brown,
thought
baby.
I thought you were going to promote the podcast, your guys' podcast. So also check out their podcast. I'll do it. Check out their podcast. It's phenomenal.
True Crime on
that
Tap.
kinky season.
We're going to have an episode this week. Cassie was still writing it this week. My sister had a
Yeah.
baby shower, so we weren't able to get it fully done, but
Oh.
it'll still come out around Thursday.
I forgot to mention, I talked to Marissa last week. She is down to do a conversation with you guys if you guys want to do one on whatever you want to do. She is into it. So,
Really?
so you guys may check out their podcast because you may get to hear or see or talk to my wife too, and that is a feat. Because let me tell you, she's rough. All right, she's gonna beat you up. She's a bully. Okay, but she loves me, and that's all I care about. So F you guys. She loves me.
All right. Well,
Thanks, guys. We appreciate you.
I don't know.